This is The Wheel Weaves, a Wheel of Time podcast with no spoilers. Hey everyone, I'm your host Dani, and I'm the first-time reader going through this series chapter by chapter. As always, there's no spoilers past the chapter we're covering, and that means it's totally safe for first-time readers. I'm joined by my co-host Brett, who's a longtime fan, and he's guiding me on this journey. We'd like to thank and acknowledge our executive producers, Brandy and Kirkwood, McGuire, Yanis, LightBlindedFool, Green Man, Deyvis, Ferreira, Margaret, Big C, Bennett, Williamson, Hannah Green, Noralia, Geof, Searles, Erik Reed, Greysin, Ishara, Ashlee, Bradley, Laura Lewis, Helena, Jacobsen, and Matthew Mendoza. And before we get into things today, we just want to thank and welcome Christian and Nick Carr to the Wheel Weaves Patreon team. Thank you so much for your generosity. We really, truly appreciate it. We'd also like to give a shout out to Saverio Bartolini for increasing their pledge at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. Thank you so much for your continued support. We really, truly could not do this without you. In this episode, we're talking about Chapter 24 of Towers of Midnight.
Yeah, Chapter 24 is To Make a Stand.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. And who makes the stand?
Everybody.
Everybody does it, yeah. You know, debatably okay.
Elayne?
Sure. Well, she took a stand like, yeah, no, I can see that, okay.
Perrin?
Yeah, less so. Okay, well, no, yeah, that's fair. And
Ituralde?
Ituralde, there you go.
Are those our perspectives in the chapter? Because I actually was kind of guessing.
Not in that order, though.
Oh.
That's good. You got the basics, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say actually it's mostly Ituralde because he specifically is like, oh, this is a good place to make a stand, like Meridon.
Okay.
But, you know, debatably we could say all of them make stands of their
fair. And I just assumed that you were going to be walking us through the military crap.
Yeah, and I mean, there's like not actually that much military crap.
It was enough for me in this chapter.
And you can walk us through the pregnancy stuff.
Oh, no.
How about that?
Nope.
You want that?
I mean, like, yeah, okay, yeah, that can be my job.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
I'm in charge. We skip it.
Okay, all right. That takes care of that. All right, so this fun fact is actually kind of short and sweet, so you're welcome ahead of time. But we're talking about names because I learned something sort of new that I didn't quite know before.
Interesting.
Yeah, so we know that Robert Jordan liked to name his characters by pulling like inspiration from mythology and real world people.
Sure, yeah.
And like just pulling a bunch of stuff from a bunch of different places.
Yep.
Now I knew that Brandon Sanderson put some characters in the Wheel of Time books based on like fans of the book series.
Mm-hmm.
I did know that. I did not know how many people got their names in the books.
Yeah, because we know a couple of them.
Yeah, we do know some of them.
Yep.
There are hundreds more.
What?
There are
really?
Okay, yeah. So here's the funny thing. So this is actually, I took a little information off of the 13th Depository website. Linda, who does lots of awesome articles, and I've used them before, like for the plants and stuff.
Yeah.
Right? So apparently, Brandon Sanderson created a lot of the names in the last 3 books by using names of fans and readers of the book series, and there's also a lot from a list of people who participated in a Wheel of Time charity drive in the previous like JordanCon fundraisers.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah, and then Sanderson explained that he adapted a lot of the names and used them as either first or last names, but at his own discretion, so he definitely changed them around and stuff too. Added letters, took away letters, things like that. Mm-hmm. But he also posted and told people where he'd use their names and for what characters. So on the website, there's like literally over 200 just on like one page.
Wow.
There's so many. But it's kind of neat because Yoli, the Meridon guy, the traitor guy who basically saved Ituralde, he is one of the people who's named after Amir Yoli. So that guy got his name in the books. That's pretty cool.
Cool.
And then Antail, the Ashaman who heals Ituralde from the broken leg.
Sure.
And we see both of them in this chapter.
Yep.
He's named after Stephen Antail. So a little bit of a different spelling. But it's just really neat that there are so many names of fans and people in the Wheel of Time community in the books.
I love that.
Didn't know there was that many. So
you didn't know there were that many fans, or you didn't know there were that many names in the book?
Both. There are dozens of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
both our fans will be thrilled.
Exactly. Yeah, so I got to dig a little bit like more into it to see if there's any like especially really good ones or just like, you know, regular people. But man, I should have tried really hard. If only I had known back in the day.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would have loved to have my name in the book. So
yeah,
I'm gonna find a person and then just pretend like, yep, that's
well, there
me.
is a Dani.
There is. There's also like a Danelle.
There is a Danelle.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
close.
Yes. Very close.
Yeah.
You and her, a lot of similarities, you know?
I don't remember. She was a Brown, I think.
She's an Aes Sedai. Doesn't have an I, right, in her name, so...
Yeah.
There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah, so,
The rest of the letters are the same.
pretty much,
So,
yeah.
okay.
It's great.
Cool.
Do we have like a Bert or something? We might,
Be Bert.
we might have a Bert.
You can't say that to a Brett. That's not, you know...
No?
I also don't want to be a Brett with one T. Ugh, gross.
Oh.
No thanks.
Well, that's fighting words.
Yeah, well, they know it and I know it.
That's funny. Okay, well.
They being like Bretts with one T. They know how we all feel about each other.
Oh.
It's a very, you know, one
it's
versus two
contentious?
T's. It is, oh,
Because
yeah.
the guy from Flight of the Conchords is one T.
Yeah.
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 But he's funny.
Yeah.
So.
We don't have a lot in common.
No, nothing, actually. Nothing in
Okay.
common.
Now we can start.
Okay. All right. So, chapter 24, to make a stand.
Mhm.
And we have the chapter symbol of the wolf.
Right.
Because Perrin shows up here.
And Perrin's also making a stand.
Yeah. I wish I remembered what that was.
He
But...
fights Slayer.
Oh, right.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
It's been a long week.
I was like, we'll get to it. I'll remember.
He literally is like, I gotta fight this guy.
Oh, right.
And Hopper's like, no, don't. And Perrin's like, but I gots to.
Yeah, it was dumb. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, I remember. Okay, do we even have to go over the chapter now?
No,
You just summarized the
that
whole
was
thing.
the Perrin perspective at least. So, okay. No, you know what's actually funny?
Elayne-
This chapter.
Here, can I summarize Elayne's perspective?
No, because hold on. I just want to say we get lots of answers to little questions in this chapter, and I do like it. I like this chapter a lot, for the record.
Okay.
Okay, do the Elayne perspective. Go.
Okay. Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
Yeah. Seriously. Oh, man, there's a little bit of fallout from... Okay. So,
Yeah, let's get into it.
Oh,
okay.
geez, yeah.
Let's start. We're starting with Elayne. She's having her visit from a midwife.
Yeah, the midwife, Melfane.
Melfane.
She's been the midwife, like, basically the whole time.
Yeah, I totally know that. I totally know the name of Elaine's midwife.
Yeah.
Melfane.
Yeah.
I knew that. Okay, so...
Melfani? I don't know.
I'm going to go with... Yeah, Melfane.
Okay. Yeah, okay.
It sounds worse that way.
It does.
Okay, well, anyway. Midwife, not happy.
Mm-hmm.
Not happy with Elayne putting herself at such risk.
Which, you know, that's fair. That's fair.
Most people not happy with Elayne.
I assume most midwives would be like, no, bad baby taken care of in your...
How about just like
don't.
bad taking care of just yourself?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Most people would be like, hey, person I care about,
right.
Could you not?
Yeah.
Right?
And now the midwife is like, okay, bed rest for a week because you and the babies, lots of stress. We gotta...
You gotta rest.
Gotta rest. Bed
Yeah.
rest.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Stay in the bed.
And in case you forgot, the last time we were with Elayne,
Mm-hmm.
she rushed in
Mm-hmm.
to
The dungeon.
confront more Black Aja
In the dungeon.
without any backup or support,
In the dungeon.
and things went poorly.
Yeah, and she got stabbed and
She
almost
did.
killed and kidnapped and
Yes.
all sorts of bad stuff.
She medium got herself out of that
She did.
medium.
I mean, she... okay. Well, she really did for
It
the
was
most
up
part.
and down.
Yeah. She
No.
really had a lot of fate on her side there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Yep. But anyways.
She almost got herself out of it,
Yeah.
and then she got stabbed
Right.
when she should have left.
Yeah. Okay.
And then she definitely should have died.
Right.
But then,
Fate had other plans.
I suppose.
And then she's fine.
'Kay.
Anyways, okay. So Brigida and Matt are here. And I do love this because
No,
they're...
Matt's not here.
Matt's in the
He
room
stepped
past.
out because she needs privacy for the
Yeah.
midwife to look at her.
But they've been swearing, and I love the little side note of Elaine's character where she is collecting swears to add to her collection.
Oh, that's been for a while.
I know, and Brigida and Matt are both like unloading a lot of new ones for her, and she's like, "Ooh, okay, I've got new
That's
ones."
so funny. I did
good.
not pick that up.
Yeah, it's like a tiny little, but she's collecting more for her arsenal of swears. It's good.
Now, Elayne is not happy about this entire situation. She's like, what do you mean I have to rest
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
after being almost unalived?
Right.
What? I
Can't.
can't believe it.
Yeah.
This is the worst punishment ever.
It is. It's pretty bad.
Well, if it isn't the consequences
Yeah.
of my own actions. And I
Yeah.
have to say, a week of bed rest is basically nothing.
Yeah.
There are some
she's
people-
a queen, and she's got so much stuff to do. See?
There are people
Yeah.
in life,
Go on.
you see,
Uh-huh.
who have to be on bed rest long time.
Right. More than 1 week.
More than 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not because they did something really stupid.
Definitely not.
You know, probably there are some people, for sure.
I'm sure there are some people who have to be on bed rest because they did something dumb. Not me.
I don't know.
I never had to be on bed rest.
Your shoulder and such like that.
Oh, that's different. I meant bed rest due to pregnancy.
Yeah, I know.
That's like a real thing.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Okay, and also Melfane is throwing out some. There's like a whole back and forth
between them two. Remember when we went snowshoeing? That's what I thought you were going to talk about.
Oh, that too, yeah.
When we went snowshoeing when I was pregnant?
Totally.
The first time?
You fell down the hill?
Yeah. I did. Right. I fell right down that hill.
Yeah, not great.
It was so funny. It was fine. Everything was fine.
No, it's good.
Never even had to go on
not
bed
stressful
rest.
at all. I had to go on bed rest for a week.
You were very mad at me. It was very funny.
Let's get back to the book, though.
Okay.
Okay, because Melfane is telling Elayne, like, hey, I know you're the queen, but I'm your midwife, and if you try to get out of bed, I'm going to basically get every single person in this castle to make sure that they don't do anything for you. Like, you are not getting any help from anybody.
Yeah.
So you better be resting.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe her, too. Anyways, and she only has half an hour to talk to Brigida about stuff.
That's actually probably pretty good, because I don't even know if Elayne wants to talk to Brigida.
But it's bedtime. It's bedtime. Yeah, I know. It's like limited time for Brigida to yell at her.
I know. But then it's lights out.
Right.
Oh, no. I have to sleep more. Oh, shoot.
You do not. This does not make sense for you. Yeah.
Okay, so now's Brigida's chance to really lay in to Elayne.
Yeah, because Melfane leaves.
Yep.
It's time for this half-an-hour meeting.
That's right.
Right.
And now Brigida is just yelling at Elayne, and Elayne is just so shocked that Brigida's angry and hurt.
Yeah.
She's like, I was the one who got stabbed.
And you feel bad? Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Does Elayne have any sort of understanding what happens to warders when their Aes Sedai dies?
You would have to assume. I mean, I don't think we've directly seen that, but I'm pretty sure that Elayne was one of the people who secretly learned the warder bond.
Yes.
Back in the tower.
Yeah, that's how she could do it.
Probably learned about it and the ramifications of it.
Like a little bit.
I would have to assume she would, right? Like, why wouldn't?
But she didn't get enough actual formal education in all of these things that she's doing.
Here's the problem. Elayne very truly believes that she is going to be okay. That's the thing that Brigida yells about her next.
Yeah.
She believes she's going to be totally
yells
fine.
At her, yeah.
Yeah, because of Min's viewing saying, hey, the babes are going to be born healthy, so
she's
that
like, okay,
means I'm
maybe
invincible.
You were right about that, yeah.
Yeah, so like there's still that she's not really figuring it out. So why would Brigida be mad? I was going to be fine.
Yeah. Except Elayne does some internal thinking here.
Yeah, like barely.
She does think to herself that actually feeling getting stabbed sucked.
She was worried for a second there.
That hurt, and she did not like it.
Which, you know what? Okay.
She did not like getting stabbed more than she did not like getting kidnapped.
That's true. And this whole back and forth, that's when she felt some real panic and some real fear. So Brigida's like, hold on, wait a second. Are you telling me you weren't actually afraid when you got kidnapped by the Black Aja and you were being carted out of the city in that wagon?
Huh, I guess when you put it that way, no, I wasn't.
No, I wasn't, because they wouldn't kill me. And she goes on this whole thing about, like, there's no way they would have killed me. I was too valuable at that time. Like, that wouldn't happen. No way.
Delusion
it's like, Elayne,
City,
come on.
Population 1.
It's Elayne. She's the queen of that own. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that's part of the issue.
Too.
Yeah.
She's the queen of Delusion City.
She's queen of Delusion City too. Yes. And then Elayne even tries to say, like, oh, okay, well, don't worry. I'm not going to do anything like that ever again. And Brigida says, well, yeah, you're not going to do that, but you're going to do something else.
Yep.
Like, equally reckless and foolish.
And then finally Matt comes back and is like, are you decent? I picture the physical comedy of walking in with his eyes covered.
Right. Plus he has the scarf, so probably... Which is pretty funny. But I do feel bad, before we move on from the Brigida yelling at her thing, Brigida does try to tell her, like, hey, I have no purpose in life except for what you have put in front of me by being your warder.
Why did you make me your warder if you want no protection?
Yeah. And even that, like, that was also to, like, save her life. Like, in the moment, there's that.
They could have that conversation, but Brigida does say that.
The only thing Brigida has right now is the fact that she's Elayne's warder. Like, that's it. There is nothing else for her in this like timeline basically.
Yeah.
Like that's it, man. That's all.
Yeah.
So, anyways, now we can get to
The fact that Brigida isn't having like an existential crisis meltdown breakdown.
But she does. She has.
No, only medium.
She's gone through like drinking problems, and
she's drinking a little.
she had drinking problems. She stopped drinking because it was getting too bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There's a whole thing where she's getting wasted all the time. Now
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You packed that away. Okay.
Yeah, no, I believe
Yeah.
you.
It's.
Okay, but she seems to be doing okay. She does enjoy milk, so.
I mean, she's been doing a lot of weeping about,
Oh, she has been.
genital
She's not
pain
doing
and stuff.
okay.
She's not doing okay.
Huh.
Yeah, she hides it really well. She like
Yeah,
buries those feelings down deep.
When I'm reading this, like Brigida's really strong and sure of herself, even though she's going through all these
She's
things.
burying her feelings down until she dies, hopefully. She's very Irish of her. It's good.
Yeah. Good one.
Okay. All right, let's get to Matt.
Right.
He's here.
Yeah, he's got his scarf over his face. Elayne's like, stop that.
Terrible disguise.
Yeah. He's like, everybody knows what I look like.
Right?
And then Elayne's like, yeah, well, that's because people were trying to assassinate you.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I know.
Well, okay, but generally dark friends looking for you is a little different than like a very specific Black Aja plan to assassinate you.
Yeah, and in
There
this
is a
moment,
difference.
I was happy that Elayne was sharing it.
That's true. That is good.
I didn't know if she was going to just like keep it to herself.
Right.
And never communicate.
Matchroom Matthew Cawthon.
Oh.
Matchroom Cawthon, you don't need to know that.
Yeah.
It's like one of those.
I get to decide the information that you need.
Right.
I'm the queen.
Yeah, that was like very Abu Dar Elayne.
Uh-huh.
That's not now Elayne, though.
No,
She's different now.
Now
she's
she's
sharing.
just blurting everything out.
Right.
Yeah.
Because, when she almost got kidnapped in Abu Dar with the conch on the head and stuff like that, too.
Right.
There's been a few kidnapped. Elayne doesn't have a very good track record for getting kidnapped because it's like
Nope.
often. Very often.
It's very often.
It's very often.
Although, same with Egwene.
Mm-hmm.
Egwene literally just got out of being kidnapped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, often.
Because of a dumb, rash decision.
Mm-hmm. They've even been kidnapped together.
No, yes.
Amazing.
Plenty.
More than once.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, it's good. Okay.
Shoot.
All right. We have some news, though. We have a little bit of information sharing besides this.
Okay, yeah, okay. We get the follow-up from the aftermath.
Yes. Yeah. So, Brigida reports that Mellar escaped, right? We haven't told Matt that he escaped with one of the copies of the Foxhead medallion.
Why?
Why are you saying Wolfhead?
I don't know.
I said that before, too.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Foxhead medallion.
Mm-hmm.
And then, very importantly, we learned that Jack, the secretary torturer dude, dead.
With a knife in his back.
Mm-hmm. Because last episode,
he ran out.
Yes, and you asked, like, what happened to that dude? Did he die?
Yeah.
He hadn't died yet, but now he's dead.
Now he's dead.
Yeah, knife in the back.
Confirmation. Probably Mellar.
I mean, probably. Or literally anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Probably Mellar, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. He likes to stab people.
He does.
Yeah,
Stabby
okay.
guy.
Right.
Okay, we also get a couple other Black Aja who definitely escaped.
Yes. Marilyn Gamalfin.
Is that the
Allie
cat
and
one?
Boda.
Is that the one who likes cats?
I think that's
Yeah.
I think that's Gamalfin. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And then those are
I
the
always
two
think of her as a dolphin, and then I
dolphins
think
like cats, right?
well, just like animal.
Sure.
They're both animals.
Okay. Yeah, they're like two of the OG Black Aja, though.
Yes. Yeah.
And Cheyenne, who's Millie Skane, the lady Cheyenne,
What?
who's very high up. She
Yeah.
escaped. She's gone.
Because she's not Black Aja.
She's not Black Aja.
Because it was her house they were using.
She's a very high up dark friend.
It was her manor they were using.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep.
I didn't even realize she was captured
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
with
yes.
all of this. I forgot about her, Milli Vanilli.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So they're all escaped.
And Phalion.
Thalion.
Fallon.
Thalion.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right.
Don't know anything about her. Okay.
OG Black
Yeah.
Aja
Got it.
lady. Okay. Anyway, so
And
apparently
now escaped.
yes, and now it turns out that the Shadow did seem to have orders to either rescue or execute the prisoners, which is why Mellar killed them all.
Just went killing.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, that makes sense. All right, last piece of news.
Is this when Elayne is giving the Foxhead medallion back to Matt?
Yeah.
Oh, and then she doesn't tell him about
Yeah.
Mellar escaping with the copy.
She does mention that
she
she's
did manage to sort of copy it, just not as well.
Yes, she
because
does mention
asked.
that.
He's like, "Did you do what you wanted?
Mm-hmm.
Did you get that done?"
It's like close.
Yeah.
Close. So, I mean, it's good that he has it back because now they're going to have a conversation about the Golem. He's like, hey, we got to talk about this really specific situation here. So,
Yeah.
all right, Golem's in town. You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah. And side note, I love how Elayne's like, thanks so much for it. It probably saved my life tonight.
It's like, yeah, but
And it's
that
like,
was...
yeah, but you know...
It didn't
what,
have to.
You know what
Didn't
could have saved your life? Like, maybe if Malar busted into your sleeping chamber...
Right.
While you were sleeping
and
tried to murder you with black ajas or something.
For sure.
Then yeah, definitely.
Yeah. See,
this was completely your own fault.
Yeah, but Matt also has like a pretty good point that now we have some dead black aja, and if Elayne hadn't have gone down to the dungeon, they all would have escaped, and they would have all been free at this point.
Yeah.
So like technically, we did get to kill some.
There was a
black
twisting
aja.
of some pattern work.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, and all we lost is a copy of the
well,
medallion.
it's going to be bad.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't seem great.
No, it seems very bad.
Sure, okay.
It actually, that's bad. It's actually quite devastating.
I can't argue that that's not a really bad thing.
That's terrible. It's really terrible, and it's going to come back in a very terrible way.
Okay, is Melar keeping it, or is that going to like
Who
change
the hell
hands?
knows? Oh, probably he's going to keep it because he's Melar.
Yeah, or it's one
selfish
of those
dude. No,
it's one of those situations where like does it get pass, and then someone's going to end up with it.
No.
It's gonna be,
if
like, a
anything,
game
he's going to
changer.
give it to like a chosen, like a Forsaken.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that'd be pretty
when
big.
he's trying to like save his own skin, or
Oh,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
About
okay.
something.
Okay.
But
cool.
then they're not even really going to care very much about it.
Guess. Well, we'll see.
Or they really will, and it'll be terrible.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
One or the other.
Those
There's
are the
really
options.
never an in between, except for when the like.
Except when it's an in between. With your predictions, there's never an in between except when you hedge. Then it's all in between stuff.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we're either on either end of the spectrum. We're never going to hear about it again.
Yep.
Or it's going to
Big
come
deal.
back and be terrible.
Right. I like it.
Or it comes back,
Okay. Or what else?
we get it back,
Oh.
and it saves the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems less likely.
Yeah.
But okay, I see where you're coming from. Can we talk about Ituralde? It's Borderlander stuff. I want to move on.
I know you're excited about the Borderlander stuff.
Yep.
Let's take a quick break.
And then do the
And
Borderlander
then
stuff.
do the Borderlanders. We're like Dancing with the Stars when they're like, and we're going to get your scores right after this
Yeah.
break.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we're back. You get to talk about your favorite.
Yeah, Borderlander guys.
Let's go. Perspective change to Ituralde.
Okay, and where are we?
North
Meridon.
Meridon.
Yeah, there's a whole map. Come on.
We're in the Borderlands.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Saldea.
Okay.
That's where we are.
Yeah,
Because we talk a little bit about Tenobia.
we do, and we know where Tenobia is right now. Where is she? With the Borderlanders waiting for Rand?
Formatting.
Exactly. Right.
At least we think, based on timeline, we're not sure exactly
Yeah.
where they are, but that's where they are last time we heard of them
Yes, exactly.
in this
okay.
book series.
So we have Ituralde walking through the streets with Yoli, right? And that's the guy who came in and rescued Ituralde and his guys, right? At the end of that last perspective.
And that's the one who went against orders to help
Exactly.
them. Okay.
And we get to see the fallout from all of that stuff in this perspective right now.
Mhm.
So he's the guy who came to rescue them. They're talking about the situation, how it's not looking very good because Queen Tenobia took so many soldiers south to go find Rand, the Dragon Reborn.
Huh.
So that's one of the
Seems
first
like-
situations.
Some very evil and convenient planning.
Right. So are you implying like this is part of your D-Man Dread
Yeah.
is
Mm-hmm.
doing something with the Borderlanders to make
Mhm.
that situation happen?
Yeah.
Okay, because we do know a lot of...
Demandred is Tenobia.
Are you actually going with that, though?
No.
Okay. I need it, like, on the record here.
I know.
Just pulling strings.
Yeah.
Because he's the guy who was like, I've got a big-ass army at my disposal, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And he's kind of a little bit hidden, secretive. Nobody really knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's always doing stuff, but no one's really sure.
Yeah.
So kind of a big question mark with Demandred.
Yeah.
Okay.
Borderlanders.
Borderlanders, okay.
All pulled away from the Borderlands so that Trollocs can invade. Seems pretty obvious to me.
It's actually like a pretty good plan.
It's
like
a
I
great
don't it's pretty smart.
Uh-huh.
If that's the plan. So anyways,
right.
this is the issue. So it's
Good,
made
good.
very
That was
clear.
good.
Focus. It's made very clear that Yoli has rebelled against the leader in the city here. So the soldiers that are in control are all wearing black and yellow triangles called the Traitor's Banner by the Saldeans here. And it's very tense in the city. And then Ituralde gets taken to a building that is where the guy in charge, so this is Vram Torquemund. He's
Some
a
distant cousin
of the queen. He got put in charge of the city while Tenobia is gone. Yoli and his people
Okay, wait, is
rebelled against this
Meridon
guy.
like the capital of
Yes.
Saldea?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Meridon's the capital.
I didn't know that.
I think we've talked about that.
Okay.
Yeah, we've definitely talked about
Okay,
that.
so that's where the palace would be.
Yeah,
Okay.
we talked about that. It's like the
And there's a
tie-dye
map.
chart to palace or whatever.
And there's
yeah.
a map of it.
Yeah,
Meridon,
something like that.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
Yes, that
And I
whole
was like,
thing.
that's weird. There's a map here. But here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plays a big role in New Spring as well.
Meridon does?
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Don't you think... I thought
It's a
that
whole
was
thing.
Chachin.
That too. They're all up in the Borderlands over there.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, anyways. Okay. Less important right now. Anyways, so Yoli rebelled, came to save Ituralde and his people, and that's the big thing. So Ituralde is assuming that the banner means, like, you gotta do what you gotta do even though it sounds wrong, which is rebelling against your own country, because what they're doing is very, very bad, right? In this case, you don't abandon troops who are battling Shadowspawn just because they're foreigners.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, okay.
See, that's the military stuff I need you to talk about, because I'm like, okay, if you say so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that makes sense.
It
Okay.
makes sense.
So
sure.
let's get into it. So Yoli's bringing Ituralde inside to introduce him to Lord Torquemund, so Vram and his wife.
King Tut.
Exactly.
Yeah.
King Torque.
Mm-hmm. It just reminds me of King Tut. That's
Sure.
how I remember him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So they're sitting here and they're very salty about the situation,
I bet.
right? And Vram's like, you don't knock, you don't wait for me to address you. Where are your manners? I told you I need some quiet time to think about things.
Yeah.
That's Vram.
Yeah, that's King Tut.
Yeah, exactly. And then his wife is equally terrible, and she's like, of course you're not gonna be polite.
You're a dragon sworn.
Right, so that's the big...
And then Ituralde's like, I guess so.
Yeah.
I literally swore to the dragon, so...
Yeah, well, because he's like, hey man, look around, it's
Call
Tarman
a
Guide.
spade
Like,
a spade.
this is the end of the world.
and
then...
Bran's the dragon reborn.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Vram says, nah man, like, you sound so dumb right now. He's not the real Dragon Reborn, he's fake. And when Tenobia
went to
go, suss that out, and then, I don't know, bring him back or whatever.
And, ooh, you're gonna be in so much trouble.
You're gonna be in so much trouble. You're gonna be in so much trouble when they come back. So then Ituralde's like, hey man, look around, like all the Trollocs, all the Shadowspawn, like huge siege. And then Vram says, nah man, there's always Trollocs in the Borderlands.
There's always Trollocs.
Yeah, but obviously this is different.
They're jaded. No, they're jaded.
Well, that's the whole thing.
They're like,
So Vram...
blind to it.
Vram is saying one thing, that everything's fake and it's not the end of the world and it doesn't matter that
now
there's Trollocs.
Now this name that you're saying...
Vram.
...is spelled...
V-R-A-M. How else would it be spelled? Vram.
Yeah, I'm having trouble...
Okay.
Okay.
Think
That's
of
why
it
I was calling him King Tut.
Think of it like vroom.
With an A?
With a O, like a car. Vroom.
Yeah, no, I get it. With an A.
With an A, yeah. Vram. Does it help?
Yeah.
Okay.
King Tut.
Okay, so Ituralde says, ha, so when did you turn to the shadow? Because now he's accusing him. Ha-ha.
Ha-ha.
Well,
that's
crazy.
the best thing to do.
Yeah, well, Vram gets all uppity, but Ituralde says, I've known a bunch of Saldans in my life, right? I've fought with them, I fought against them, and they can be buttheads, but man, I have never met one who would abandon people to Shadowspawn. Like, that does not happen, and not offer to help, because that's the big issue, is Meridon was shutting their gates, saying, nope, like,
yes, I remember.
You're foreigners, you're not allowed in here. It was terrible. They weren't sending help, so clearly a bunch of people in the city also disagreed with Vram. Mm-hmm. So now Ituralde is making a pretty bold accusation, saying, you're dark friend. This is a dark friend plot, essentially, what you were saying, honestly.
Yep.
Right? And Vram doesn't admit to anything.
No, he's mad, though.
Well, yeah, he's mad. He's mad at it. So now Yoli and Ituralde leave, and then Ituralde asks, like, hey, like, do you disagree with my opinion here?
Well, and then that's when Yoli is like, well, I can't really decide if he's an idiot or an actual dark friend. And then Ituralde's like, yeah, but it's okay. Everything will be okay. Rand's for real.
Yes.
He is for real, the real Dragon Reborn.
Yeah, and then, like, when Tenobia is back, yeah, it'll be okay. Like, it's fine. I know you let a foreigner in here and all that stuff.
Yeah, but then Yoli's like, I don't know, I staged a revolt against the queen's cousin.
Well, yeah, the person that she put in charge.
The person who's in charge here.
And he doesn't have the station to do that either.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And also, there is a little bit of the realism of he fought and killed his friends, basically, because he rebelled against his own people here.
Yeah.
And he's going to demand execution, as is his right, because, can you live with yourself after that? Well... So Ituralde tries to say, like, hey, man, I get that you feel that way because you Borderlanders are crazy.
This is kind of like a loose Theron conversation.
Exactly. Let's wait till after the last battle.
Kill yourself there.
If you're still alive afterwards, then do what you gotta do. But we need people.
Can we please stand against the shadow?
Can we wait? Can we wait, like, just a couple weeks?
Yeah. Fine. As long as we can die
Yeah,
at the
we'll
last
see.
battle.
Exactly. Yeah, so this is the whole, like, making a stand, because then Ituralde thinks, okay, well, Meridon, this is as good a place as any to make a stand against the Shadow. And it's, like, a pretty good place. Like, it's a pretty good fortress. Borderlanders, really good with the whole fortress building.
Hey, it's almost like they're always attacked by Trollocs.
Exactly, yeah.
Not like this, though. This feels different.
It is different. It is different.
Because it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now we are going to change perspectives.
Yeah.
We're going to jump around in the Wolf Dream.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. We'd have to do that. Go for a little battle here after.
Okay.
But first, we are so close. We are so close to a White Cloak encounter. I swear. We are so close. We're like,
I am trying.
Do you see how close my fingers are? You see how close they are? They're like so close.
Those are pretty close together.
Hey, they could be closer.
I'm just trying so hard to make myself care.
Right. I understand that.
I care more about us finding out that Morghese is the queen of
She's not
queen.
The previous queen, the ex-queen.
The queen regent.
Is that how that works?
Andor.
Queen mother. Mother of the queen now. Yeah.
She was, though. She's Morghese. She's Morghese.
Right.
Can we find out she's Morghese?
Friggin' Morghese.
Can we find that out?
And we get so close too, because we get a little conversation in this too, or a thought from Perrin, where he thinks Balwer, because he saw the sigil in the White Cloak commander in Galad's tent.
Yes.
And he's like, ooh, I gotta tell Balwer. I gotta tell Balwer about what that is.
You're jumping ahead.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
It's like right at the very beginning.
Oh, okay.
And then, because he's thinking of talking to Balwer about it. And Balwer has told him that he doesn't recognize it.
I don't recognize it, but I know lots about the White Cloaks.
But he doesn't specifically know Galad's, symbol.
Yes.
And if Balwer had have known it, then it'd be like, oh man, Galad Damodred. And then Morghese could have we're so close to
There's
so many times Morghese could have heard something about it.
This is definitely being incredibly drawn out.
Like, would Morghese recognize the symbol if we just talked about this, that in her presence? So close.
Maybe, but Balwer knows who she is.
Yeah.
Balwer knows.
Balwer knows who she is.
Yes.
Balwer doesn't know who Galad is, necessarily.
That's true.
Yeah.
Necessarily.
Yeah.
Okay. He might have an inkling.
Might, but not enough to tell Morghese about it necessarily.
Oh, definitely no.
Right? So, I mean, that's the issue, is if we could have one of those weird conversations in passing, like Perrin did about Morghese being dead, hypothetically, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then she drops the tea
about
everywhere.
the ravine situation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, have another one of those where it's like, turns out the Lord Captain Commander is freaking
Except
Galad
instead
Damodred.
Of being like, that stupid maid is so clumsy.
Yeah.
She's just so distraught about.
Yeah, she heard. Yeah, she's from there.
Yeah. Camelin.
Yeah, and Perrin even thinks this Lord Captain Commander has got a weird sense of honor. It's like, say that in front of Morghese. She would I know someone with a weird sense of honor. That's my son.
Stepson.
Oh, man. You know what?
What?
Nothing. Okay, let's go. Let's do this now. Now we can get into this Perrin perspective.
Okay, well, Perrin's going to go into his tent, and beautiful Fael is here. So
oh my
beautiful.
Goodness, so beautiful, yeah.
And then this is where we learn that the White Cloaks have indeed chosen a battlefield.
And we're going to fight them tomorrow.
No, we're going to wipe them out.
Oh, yeah, we are going to wipe them out. Yeah, and Fael's like, yeah, that sounds good. That's,
great.
That's
sounds
a good plan.
Great.
Okay.
And Perrin's like, but people are going to die.
Yeah, we need everybody for the last battle. But it's
and
hey,
I'm
man.
so frustrated. I'm just going to go to sleep right now.
Right. Well, he's got other stuff to do. But if we need everyone for the last battle, why are you sending everybody away, man?
Yeah. No.
He doesn't want them dead. That's the thing. He wants people to be around for the last battle, just not near him. He just doesn't want to be near them.
It's a very convenient plot point when it matters to Perrin.
Well, yeah.
It's like
that's just that's just how Perrin thinks.
Yeah.
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 I don't want to be led, except when I'm in the mood to be led.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Okay. He got her a silver comb for the Shannahar celebration too.
That's nice.
You see that? Did a little tradesies
and he's
with
like,
Gaul.
Doesn't even matter to me at all. But I guess if it matters to her,
I guess I'll do it.
I should care.
But I mean, that's that's good, right? That's fine.
He's just so Eeyore about it.
Yeah, I know. Also, little side plot before we get into this wolf dream. He has a robe now because Fael's like, hey man, you should stop running outside in your skivvies, probably. You're a lord. It's happened enough times where she's like, okay.
You're woken up in the middle
when
of
you
the
get woken up, you have to put on something.
You have to put on something.
Cover yourself.
Yeah.
Because he's just going out there in his trunks. Yeah.
Small clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all the little side plots I think we got to talk about.
Yeah, and he thinks, huh.
Yeah, I guess
she
so.
happened to be right about that, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Okay, let's go to the wolf dream.
All right, let's go to the wolf dream.
Yeah, for our montage.
Yep.
We got to do our training montage.
Another
one. Yeah, well, that's the whole thing, is we need to improve our wolf dream skills over time. It doesn't just happen all at once.
Yeah.
We got to practice.
Yep. Okay, so this time,
yeah,
we're hopping all around.
Okay, yes.
And he's learning how to go faster. And then the wolves are like, hey, come and find us. We're playing hide and seek.
Yeah, basically.
And
so
then
we get to pick up a new skill here.
Well, I even thought about this before it happened.
Okay,
I was like, you know how Egwene can just like think herself somewhere?
Yes.
In Tel'aran'rhiod?
Yeah.
You should just think where they are and then you'll be there.
Well, yeah.
Perrin, you don't have to run in big jumps.
But that's the thing. He's learning the wolf dream. But like also he's being taught by a wolf and it's different because like they're different.
The wolf is like, you're just a stupid human with stupid human
He's like,
feelings.
I don't get you, man.
Yeah.
And Perrin's like, I don't get you either. But that's part of the issue. But also, he is learning how to sense where someone has gone, which is a really big deal, too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a scent, so he can follow after someone, even if they don't want to be found necessarily.
Okay, so
which
is that
important.
What the wise ones do?
Probably
similar, because you know what?
Yeah.
They found Egwene.
Yes.
When
the
she
issue,
tried to jump away and stuff.
The issue why I don't want to say like it's the same is because the wolves specifically talk about it as like a scent to follow.
Sure.
And I don't know that the wise ones would equate it the same way.
They would not equate it the same way. Tomato, tomato.
I guess so.
Tomato, potato. Tomato. Whatever gets us to the same place at the end. Call it what you want.
Yeah.
It gets us to the same place.
The issue is I've never heard anyone call it a tomato, so.
Well, that's not true. We've been to England.
Oh, maybe.
I'm sure. At some restaurant somewhere.
A tomato.
In London.
Okay.
Someone said tomato.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, here we are.
Yeah.
Montage of training in the wolf dream.
Yeah, and not just training of skills, but also in mentality, we'll call it.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, because they have a conversation about Perrin coming here too strong. And Perrin's like, you're always telling me I'm coming here too strong. And then Hopper says, yeah, that's basically what you do. Yeah. That's your thing.
Remember?
That's the one thing you do is you come too strongly here.
Yeah, and here's how to fix it.
Right.
But remember when Gawain had a therapy session with Gareth Bryn?
Sure.
This is Perrin having therapy with Hopper.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
A little bit. Because the whole question of, like, how do I not become like Noam, that guy who went full wolf?
Yeah.
That's one of Perrin's big concerns.
And Hopper's like, just don't do it.
Don't do that, right? So Perrin asks, okay, hold on a second. Yeah. You're telling me it's possible to run on 4 legs but not be here too strong? Hopper's like, yeah, obviously.
Idiot.
And
that's what I've been telling you this whole freaking time.
Yeah. But then we get a little bit back to the skill training where Perrin says, okay, well, how do I get to where I want to be? And Hopper says, just be there, man. Just be there.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what Tel'aran'rhiod is.
How do I change it? How do I do that?
Yeah. It's like, if you want to change stuff around you, just do it. You got to know it. You don't got to try. You just got to do, right? It's a little bit of like Yoda.
Yeah, it is a little Yoda.
There's, what is it?
Do or do not.
Do or do not. There's
there is no try.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. And that's the entire point of a Tel'aran'rhiod.
Which is very black and white. And it's like, sometimes it's okay to try.
Yeah, no. It's never okay. You either succeed or you fail. Right, okay.
No really learning from mistakes around here.
Really bad teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's the whole point about Tel'aran'rhiod is it's not what you think, it's what you know. It's your strength of will. Right? That's the, like, how strong is your mind in the dream?
Yeah.
You determine how real something is. So
yeah, we got it, man.
We get it. Perrin needs to get it.
Yeah.
He needs to wrap his mind because he's a very stubborn boy.
Sure.
If he can, if he can figure this out, then, that's good for us. Because he's going to be going up against Slayer in a second, who is very good at Tel'aran'rhiod stuff.
Yeah, it's almost like the domain.
Yeah.
that they're best in.
Right. Okay. More training now.
More training.
Yep.
Perrin's going to keep doing the following the wolves thing until he's getting better at it.
Yeah, hooray. And he's shifting. And it's just in time for the action.
Amazing.
Oh, man.
Because suddenly a wolf howls in pain.
Now, this is also a little bit sad, though.
And Hopper's like, we are hunted. Go. Go, young bull.
Yeah, get out of here. Everybody starts leaping away.
Yep.
But here's the thing. There's only one thing that hunts the wolves in the wolf dream.
Slayer. Dun,
Slayer.
dun, dun.
Right.
Slayer.
It was good.
Thank
that was
you.
good. Okay, so Hopper's like, we gotta go.
And
But
Perrin's like, no.
No. So he shifts to where Morning Light, that's the wolf who died,
Yeah.
she transmitted a signal of like little beeper location of the last place that she was where she died.
It was like, danger, danger.
Exactly.
Don't come here.
Don't come here. And then Perrin's like, do come here. So
Mm.
he shifts over to where Slayer is, and he can see Slayer starting to skin the wolf, but he doesn't notice Perrin because Perrin's
Yeah.
just like bamfed in here.
Pause.
Oh, okay.
I had a theory
Okay.
that Slayer was killing wolves
Right.
to make darkhounds.
Go on. Is that the end of it, or do you have more?
I don't know how he's making darkhounds
Yeah.
after he's skinned the wolf.
Sure.
Tell me again how darkhounds are made?
We don't really know, but it's like, souls of...
The souls of the wolves.
Something about souls of evil wolves or wolves that got turned to evil, something. Like, it's pretty unclear at this point. We really don't know very much.
So could we take their pelt
Sure.
to make a nice coat
Sure.
or rug,
Things can be two things. You could have dark friends and you could have a nice coat. Dark friends. Dark hounds. That's the one.
Darkhounds.
You could have dark hounds and a nice coat. You can have both.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I was wondering
I
if
like
this,
the I like the
disproved
idea.
this.
I like the idea. We have not disproven that, but we don't know very much about dark hounds.
Yeah.
Like, we really don't know.
I'm going to say that when we murder wolves,
sure,
we can
turn them into dark hounds.
Yeah. Even after we've skinned them in the wolf dream.
Oh, they don't need their fur, right?
No, we just need their souls?
Sure, yeah. Just play it loose. Play it loose. Loosey-goosey explanation. Dead wolves in Teleranriad.
I'm pretty good at loosey-goosey.
Dark hounds.
I'm pretty good at that.
Yeah.
I can go with that. That's fine.
Dark hounds and coat business.
Somehow, some way that has yet to be explained, but will be explained perfectly.
I love it.
At some point.
Magic and evilness. Metaphysics. Wow. Okay, I like that.
It's very meta.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. Anyway.
All right. Slayer.
My favorite part is when Perrin imagines himself with a hammer.
Yeah, but this is the issue: is he's still doing the whole like charge into battle thing, and we're in the wolf dream right now.
Yeah.
So Slayer just like vanishes, and then Perrin's hammer just goes through nothing because he's already gone.
But then he uses his new
skill. Guess what he just learned? Mop the ice.
Just mop it.
Just mop the ice.
Okay. Now he's following. This is very serious, Brett.
It is serious.
No time for jokes. So he's following the scent of Slayer everywhere.
Well, just the one place.
Just the one place.
He's just the one place.
And he shifts there and attacks.
And Slayer looks very surprised. Like, oh my goodness, did Perrin just follow me here?
He did.
Didn't know he could do that.
Yep.
But then it goes bad because then it's like, oh no, Slayer actually wants to fight because he kills people.
A sword.
This is his home, basically, where he lives most of the time.
Yes.
And he's very good here.
Yes.
So now we get like this really cool Teleranriad battle. But it's not really a battle because Slayer is so good.
Yeah.
So he shoves Perrin back. Perrin goes flying into the water.
This made me be like, oh no.
Well, this is the whole point about like what you believe and know in Teleranriad is going to be real. So Slayer is like uber strong.
Yeah.
Throws Perrin back. He goes into the water, and then Slayer creates ice on top of the water so Perrin can't swim his way to the top, and then ropes come and pull him down below. So Slayer is like imagining all these things to happen to Perrin.
Yeah.
And then he pulls out his bow to shoot Perrin, like makes the ice disappear and the water part so he can shoot Perrin. But then Perrin has to like bamf out of there just in time.
Shifts himself away.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, right, that's a thing I can do.
And it's like, I'm not ready to battle Slayer in the Wolf Dream because he's way better than me.
And the last time he did that, he took Slayer by surprise.
He hunted him, yes. Yeah. So it does seem like maybe Slayer's getting better, but Perrin's getting better. But it's like, we got to learn how to fight proper in Teleranriad.
Yeah, and you know what? I've been waiting. I've been wondering about this guy.
Yeah.
And where he's been.
Yeah, well.
What he's been up to.
Just hanging out, man.
Because he was trying to kill Nynaeve Lan, right?
Yep, he was. He did get maybe sent on that mission.
Right.
Killed some random dude and lady. right?
Yes.
No, it was Min and Rand or something? Maybe 9
Oh,
even.
was it Min and Rand?
Min and Rand or 9 even Land? It was like one of the pairs.
It was one of the couples.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Okay, shoot.
Now you gotta look that up.
I'll look it up. I think it was Rand. No, I think it was Land. It was both. You know what? We want both. We want everyone dead.
Okay, you found it.
Yeah, okay, so I was right. It's Rand and Min.
It's Rand and Min.
But the reasons behind it is important too. So this is a good recap on Slayer and what his abilities are. So Slayer is a combination of Esam and Luke.
Right.
Esam is Lan's cousin, which is why he looks like Lan.
That's right.
And then Luke is Rand's uncle.
Rand's
uncle, right? Okay, so that's the big part there. So Slayer...
Who disappeared.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Esam typically shows up in Tel'aran'rhiod. Luke usually shows up in the real world.
brother.
Exactly.
That's how. Okay,
yes.
Yep, got it.
Okay, so that's the big thing is like who shows up where. So in Tel'aran'rhiod, he looks like Lan because he's Esam. In the real world, he's Lord Luke.
Lord Luke.
Right?
Which was so stupid.
Yes.
That I hated it.
Okay, but here's the thing.
He just went by his own stupid name.
This was in Winter's Heart, and Slayer can go in and out of Tel'aran'rhiod basically at will.
Yes.
So he shows up into this room where he thinks that Min and Rand are, and
it's like an old couple.
It's like an old couple, and he kills them. But then when he goes back to the patron who's waiting for him, we don't really know who hired him.
Yeah.
But he says, "You want me to try again?" And then he thinks he was really looking forward to killing his nephew and the wench. So his nephew being Rand, because it's Lord Luke.
Oh, mm-hmm.
Right? So it's Luke. So he was trying to kill Rand and Min.
Not his cousin.
Lan. And the wench Nynaeve.
And there's, yes.
Right? So that's the distinction here.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to it.
Mm-hmm.
So Slayer's super dangerous.
Yeah.
Perrin's not ready to do this battle. And he shifts back to where Hopper was. And then Hopper's like, hey, man, you shouldn't be fighting this guy.
Get out.
You got to get out of here.
Yeah.
And then Perrin's like, you gotta teach me how to fight, coach.
I gotta learn. I gotta learn.
Yeah.
I gotta face him.
Right. What's the point of all this learning stuff if I'm not gonna fight bad guys like this guy? And Hopper says, okay, maybe, but not tonight. Get the heck out of here.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where we leave. Because we can't fight him right now, but we gotta learn. We gotta do more montage training.
Okay.
And we gotta fight Slayer.
Okay.
Right?
I hope next time we've had a few more training sessions.
Sure.
And we're really leveled up.
Okay.
Let's just get a recap on how we have been training.
Yes.
I don't need to see...
You don't want to see it. You just want to
every
hear about it.
single time.
Right.
For me, I don't need that.
Okay. That's fair.
Maybe a battle with the White Cloaks.
Sure.
Can we see that, maybe?
Yeah, totally. Like probably next
probably
time.
Could have just told me that this happened.
We are so
and
close.
I would have been like, whoa, that's crazy.
We're so
and
close
then
to that
just,
White Cloak battle.
On.
Yeah, so close to White Cloaks. White Cloaks, man. Here we go.
I bet it's
definitely
next. I bet it's not even this
Definitely
book.
Next perspective.
It's probably not even this book.
Definitely next one. I've only been saying that for 20 chapters
now.
A
long time.
Okay,
so we're going to shift out of the wolf dream after that big scenario where Perrin almost literally just died.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That was it. I always say that Perrin thinks too much and he doesn't act when he should.
Sure.
This was very impulsive for Perrin.
It was. He's young bull.
Let's just take a moment and realize that I'm upset with Perrin for being irrational.
I don't know, impulsive.
And impulsive?
Yeah, I don't know if it's irrational.
It was irrational.
Okay.
It was without thought, rational thought.
Okay. Well, he just got a bunch of new cool abilities, and he was like, I gotta go try those out.
It just, I'm actually gonna stop complaining about it because I prefer this action thing. I just don't like when we're dumb about things.
Okay.
But,
so we're
such as people.
Yeah. So let's get back to Perrin because he's awake now. And Fael's still sleeping.
Yeah. Curled up with him. Oh, nice. They all love each other.
Whatever. And we're gonna go for a nighttime walk. And we're going to get some exposition because Gaul's here.
Nice.
Because he doesn't want to be in his own tent.
No.
Because he got Ban and Chiad as Guy Shine there.
Okay.
Right? Because he saved them, basically.
Yes. Yeah, okay.
And he's like, this is bad. So I'm just going to hang out with Perrin more often now.
Okay.
So I like it. Okay, it's good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And let's go chop some wood. Because Perrin's brain works better when he's doing, physical labor.
Yeah.
Which makes sense. We talked about that before.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like that, too.
Yeah. It's funny because there's a contrast because Perrin thinks Loyal always talks about sitting and thinking and doing nothing and thinking.
Like meditating.
And that doesn't work for me.
Nope.
I gotta split some logs.
Yes.
And I get that completely.
So he's going to contemplate life a little bit, and he
Yeah.
thinks about Hopper teaching him and how it must be difficult since they're so different.
Yeah.
Plus, what does Hopper even owe him?
Oh, man.
Because Hopper's dead because of Perrin, if we think about it from Eye of the World.
I mean, like, sort of
In
because
Perrin's
of Perrin. In
perspective,
Perrin's mind, yeah.
In Perrin's perspective, that entire thing happened because of Perrin.
Yeah, so, and, like, Hopper doesn't technically owe Perrin any allegiance or anything, but, like, I don't know.
No, but they definitely had a bond.
What else is Hopper
They were
gonna
bestie friends.
For sure.
They were bestie wolfie friends.
I mean, yeah.
They were. They had a bond.
Yeah.
They're soulmates.
Whoa. Okay, hold on.
They are.
Okay. Is that why Hopper's always like, leave Fael, doesn't matter.
No.
Forget her. So Hopper's trying to replace Fael. Is that what's happening right now?
Not romantic.
Okay. Just like friend soulmate.
Bond.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I don't know. Another time.
Yeah. Anyway, Perrin has to find a balance. Oh.
Yeah, I gotta find a balance.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get Elias in here because
Perrin can smell Elias approaching. And you know what I was actually thinking? That I didn't need the montage of the training.
Sure.
I could have just had a conversation
Mm-hmm.
with Elias
Right.
about what he's been doing.
Sure.
But here, we get it all.
We get a conversation. Okay. Perrin asks some important questions. Hey, did you ever try to avoid the whole wolf thing?
Yeah.
And pretend it wasn't happening? And Elias is like, yeah.
Of course.
That didn't work because
Yeah.
the Aes Sedai wanted to gentle me.
Yeah.
You remember that story.
Uh-huh.
And I had to run away.
I had to abandon my duties as a warder.
He didn't want to do that, but he doesn't regret it.
Yeah.
So that's good. And then we're going to get
no regrets.
The big central theme here. Elias is like, hey man, you gotta find the balance. And Perrin's like, oh, but what about Noam? He went full wolf. And Elias is like, well, did he have to? Or did he choose to go full wolf?
Yeah.
We don't know what Noam's life was like. Maybe he wanted to go full wolf.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Maybe he liked the escape.
Maybe he liked it. Maybe he was like, this is really freaking cool.
This is fun for me.
Yeah.
I like this.
And life is bad in this shitty little village.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna go be a wolf.
Yeah.
Sounds good, man.
Fun.
Elias did like a whole, kind of both situation.
Yeah.
He's done it both ways. And then Perrin can just like freaking decide. I don't know, man. Like you choose.
You choose.
Yeah. That's kind of what has to happen.
That's like
here.
a big revelation for Perrin.
We've been telling him, I feel like we've been telling Perrin this for so long.
Like me and you?
Everyone.
Like 5 years.
Everyone who
5.5 years. How long have we been doing this?
Yeah.
That's how long we've been telling Perrin.
My entire life. I've
Yeah.
been like, hey, man, it seems pretty simple. It's just based on, like, do you want to live in the forest, man, with a
Or do you
beaver skin
not?
hat, or do you not want to?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He just wants to, like,
Coon
blacksmith.
skin. Coon skin, not
Yeah.
beaver skin.
Yeah,
Could you
coonskin
imagine
hat.
a beaver tail hat?
I don't
that
know.
would be ridiculous.
Isn't that what they do in Canada? Beaver tail hats? I don't know.
No, coonskin. It has
Okay.
a raccoon tail.
Yeah.
Because it's stripy.
Right. Davy Crockett.
Yeah, that's right. See,
Right.
they made beaver pelts into top hats, and then that's when everybody got mercury poisoning.
Because they're like,
and
the mercury makes the beaver for really smooth or something.
yeah, it's really great.
Let's use more mercury on our heads.
And then they all became mad as a hatter.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
the Mad Hatter.
Okay, perfect.
Fun.
There's a little history lesson there.
Love that. But
Anyways.
is that what you're thinking? Because it's like a mercury-filled top hat. Is a
I
beaver
don't know.
hat.
It's a little bit before my time. Like
Oh, just a touch?
200 years roughly. I don't
Yeah.
know.
About as close to we are to the White
to the
Cloak
White
battle.
Cloak battle. We're so close,
Mhm.
man. So close. Okay. Anyways, other questions, because now we're kind of a little bit past the whole, like, you can decide what you want to do, man. So Perrin says, hey, what about the wolf dream? And Elias says, nah, man, super dangerous.
Super dangerous.
Don't go there. I don't go there.
I don't go there. It's too scary.
Yeah. Which, that's fair. It's pretty freaky if you think about it.
But we also know that some people don't exactly have a choice
yeah,
if
that's
they're
true,
going to
too.
enter or not.
That's true.
So,
That's true. So Elias stays away from it, though, personally.
yeah, but the legends say that Aes Sedai used to be able to go there.
Ah.
And that's why he chooses to stay away from it. He's
That
like, there
too.
might be Aes Sedai there.
They're not going there.
Definitely not going there. They could find me.
Okay. All right. So then he's like, all right, man, balance. Find the balance.
Find the balance.
And tomorrow is the day that we fight the White Cloaks.
Is it?
That's what they say. That's what he says.
Okay.
Tomorrow's the day.
Okay.
Okay.
Can't wait. A lot of people contemplating the consequences of their own actions
Mm-hmm. That's true.
today.
You know, That's not a bad thing to contemplate the consequences of your actions. Like, that's...
Well...
You know what? People should be thinking about that before they do the action.
Right.
Not, like, after and be like, oh, no, what's going to happen now?
Or, like, when you choose to do something...
Right.
And make crazy decisions...
Yeah.
You're gonna have to be like, all right, I accept the consequences. Not just, like, be pissed off at everybody else.
Oh, no.
That you have to have consequences.
Yeah.
Elayne.
Everybody in the Wheel of Time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Well, you know what's really good news?
2 chapters.
2 chapters. Here we go. You have 2 episodes, 2 chapters each.
Whoa.
Boom.
Cool.
It's page count, you know?
Cool.
Okay.
We're coming up to the end of the year here soon.
Yeah, I think in the next...
How are we more than halfway through November?
I know. We're not going to talk about that.
It's my birthday next week.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's all. I just wanted to say that. I'm excited.
Yeah.
We're going to Disney on Ice with the kids.
Great.
It's going to be so fun.
Yeah. I promised the children slushy drinks, which is...
No, you didn't.
I might have done that. Yeah.
No, I told them no.
Oh, no. I thought you said no fancy cups.
Well, they're like $25 slush, like snow cones at Disney on Ice are $25
I thought
each.
the cup was $25. I thought the snow cone was... Oh, no. Oh,
no.
We can sneak them in.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I'll go to 7-Eleven.
Yeah.
They will get Slurpees.
Right.
And we'll put them in their water bottles.
Perfect. I love it.
Yeah.
What a smart idea.
Yeah. Maybe we'll even get some fun cups from the dollar store.
Maybe. We'll see.
And we will not spend $56.
Right.
Because, no, it was $6 for the fun spoon straw.
The spoon straw, yeah.
On top of everything else.
That's how they get you. Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that one out. Because absolutely no.
Okay. All right. That's it. That's all.
Okay. All right. Well, before you go ahead and have to live with the consequences of your own actions, I'm going to say that this is part of the pattern now.
Yeah, it's part of the pattern.
Thanks so much for listening, everyone. The Wheel Weaves is hosted by Dani and Brett, edited and produced by Dani and Brett with Passion Socks, Cody Fouts, Benjamin, Jamie Young, Megan, Jared Berg, Ricky Morissette, Lance Barden, Adam, Mozyme, Michelle Forbes, MKM, Antoine Benoit, Lawrence Bradley, Colby T, Gabby Young, Rycat, Zane Sayaka, Matrix, The Albatross, Bratimus Prime, and Matt Truss, with music by Audionautic. Be sure to check out our Patreon page if you are interested in supporting us and the podcast. We'd love to send you some Patreon-exclusive merchandise as a thank you. Plus, you'll gain access to our episodes earlier than everyone else, and at the time of recording, we have over 40 bonus episodes for your listening pleasure. Find all that and more at patreon.com/thewheelweavespodcast. For general information about our show and information like how to send us shot glasses, how to join our Discord, and how to get in touch with us, visit thewheelweavespodcast.com. And as always, please be sure to give us that 5-star review because it really does make a huge difference in helping people find us. And tell a friend, Riyadh, because referrals really are the best compliment. Thanks again for listening. This really is part of the pattern.